Welcome to the Rec Room Podcast. This is E1, your host, and I'm gonna get this music loaded up. Y'all already know. Y'all know what it is. I know y'all can hear my voice a little hoarse because I under the weather. T Streets,
Yo.
what's good?
Chilling. What's going on?
Hey,
Same old. There we go. What's up, Don? How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good. How you doing, Donnie?
I am well. Thank you for asking.
So this is normal. Trey is usually the last person. He surprised us last week. And he was first last week for a first time. I didn't think it would last, and I was right. It's all good.
Come on, Trigger Trey, where you at?
I load these sounds up. I got the gun, the horn, the applause. What else I need? I don't need that joint.
Definitely need the applause. I'm gonna be calling for it at some point.
All right, I got that joint loaded. How was y'all week though?
Whew, mine, I had a crazy few couple days. But it's all worked out by the grace of God.
Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah, mine's been all right. I can't complain.
Man, I went to what you call that joint? Great Wolf Lodge, and my son. It was good. It was dope. You know, it's more for the kids. You know what I mean? I'm not really a water person, but my son had fun. It was cool. But I got sick a little bit. Not sick, but you could probably hear my voice. I sound a little hoarse. I got water, tea, all that.
Make sure you put some ginger in that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. I feel like I'm at the end of it, but it don't want to go away. What's up with this dude, Trey? Hey, you know what? We're gonna start giving out fines, man. That's what it is. We're gonna start fining people. If you a certain amount of time late, you get fined a certain amount of money. Here you go, Trey. There we go.
Bang.
Orlando.
Man, we in this thing, man. Hey, listen.
Hey, I just made a new rule, Slim. And,
what's up, bro? What's the rule?
The people that had to start paying fines, man.
Damn, man. Well, you know I'm gonna be late, so you might as well get the fines before we can know them motherfuckers. Hey, dog. Hey, bro, man. I'm in here, man, feeding my kids, man, walking the dog. Hey, listen. Men are the best single parents. I'm put it out there.
What?
Men are the best
Out
single
there,
parents.
huh?
Hey.
Controversy already.
Look, exactly. You don't want to bark up that tree.
Man, hold on. Oh, you got Donnie on here?
Yeah, Donnie on here. And I was on time. What?
I ain't know we got Donnie on here. I ain't know. First of all, hey, listen. Men are the best cooks, and men are the best single parents ever.
We originated this.
You trying to get arguments started, man. Let me
Yeah,
start
you
this
trying to
music.
start off wrong this day.
So listen.
Like, nah.
So listen. It's a fact. Men are the best single parents. Second of all, first of all, men,
today, Trey.
we're better.
Get on this show, tripping.
No, hold up. Men are better at feeding their kids the fastest. This is what I mean. Now,
What?
do y'all check the food, the date of the expiration before you put it in the oven? Do you guys do that?
Dude, we're cooking the food when we get it.
Listen,
it's not like sitting
Donnie,
and waiting.
First of all, Donnie, let's not start lying.
No, we're not going to start lying. But
Donnie,
you can't sit there and say that all mothers will sit there and just
Donnie,
feed our kids expiration
Donnie,
dated food. Like,
wait.
no. Like, what is wrong with
you?
you?
Put your food in the oven, right? When it's chicken nugget night and French fry night and damn tater tot night.
My kids are privileged. They don't have chicken nugget and
Stop
French
acting
fry
like your
night.
kids ain't never had no chicken nugget night.
Hot dogs.
But look, I'm not going to say
Hot
that
dog,
they haven't
beans,
had
Doritos.
it. I'm not going to say that they haven't had it, but that's just not what I make them as
But
a
what
mother.
I'm saying is,
that is
Donnie,
a quick meal.
Do you check the date?
Of course I check the date. I'm not about this.
Okay, so hold on.
And my kids don't wait for the expiration date to come.
Well, hold on. This for everybody, right? Now it's August. If it was expired in June, Do you
I mean,
still
who would
use
keep
it?
their food? I
Do
mean,
you
who
still
keeps
use
food
it?
that long?
Can y'all help me out?
Staying
Oh,
out
they
of it.
can't. They can't help you
Nah,
out with this
I,
one.
I'm gonna
Staying
introduce the
out of
pod
it.
because you gonna get something started early. But welcome to the Rec Room Podcast. This is episode number 27.
Bang.
I'm your host E1. We got T Streets in the building.
Yep.
We got Trey Philando in the building, and we have our special guest who's part of the family, Miss Danya.
Hey.
So yeah. So
We in here.
episode number 27, and tonight's episode, the title of tonight's episode is what is it, T Streets?
Um, when the earth stood still, COVID and the shot.
Right. So it's called When the Earth Stood Still, and we're gonna get into some current events and stuff first, but we're just gonna talk about when how COVID started and how life has changed between then and now. And there's a new strand, and we're just gonna talk about if people taking it seriously or we just over it and it is what it is. You know what I mean? But before we get into that,
How was y'all week?
We
oh,
went
see, you
over
missed,
that.
see, Trey, see, you
See,
missed
he
that.
missed it. This
We
is
talked about it.
happens
See, that's what
when
I'm
you
talking
show
about.
up to work late.
Hey,
Bro,
I'm
This is
saying.
what happens.
Hey,
We-
listen. First of all, I told y'all. Listen, single parent life is no joke. Y'all, first of all,
You gonna get slapped up.
You go
E.
exactly. Don't you
Men on the
ever
single
expect
parents.
the
It's a
wifey
fact.
like
It's
that.
already a fact. It's already a fact.
Bruh. So
Oh.
look,
So
so we're gonna
listen.
start off with
Why is AG not here?
oh, you know what?
He
I
got
forgot.
held up at the airport.
You know
again.
what?
Airport
Aw,
security.
AG.
Airport security.
AG is back in town. He was out of the country. He's back, but he had some other matters to take care of. So I forgot to mention you, brother, but
He
you
detained,
know who
bro.
you are.
He'll be
You
back
know what I
next week.
mean?
He'll be back
So
next
We
week.
he'll
miss
be
you,
back.
AG.
Yeah, he'll be back.
He did.
So the first thing that we're gonna talk about, try to see what we want to talk about. So I know y'all probably have seen this. There's been wildfires in Hawaii
Mhm.
and
Maui.
yeah, Maui. That's Hawaii, right?
That's
Yeah,
Hawaii.
No, you
And
good.
okay. And so that's been happening. That's like some world news, and it says Hawaii has a robust emergency siren warning. It sat silent during the deadly wildfires, right?
Mm.
And so it says a resident and his dog, um, they go bag at his side. They were already behind the wheel of his truck late Tuesday afternoon when an emergency alert appeared on his phone. There wasn't really an evacuation notice for us. The real warning, he said, came from the huge plume of black smoke in the sky. I know that was probably scary, right?
Wow,
So it
I'm
says
sure it
Millington
was.
and his roommates had seen enough. They fled as wildfires began to scorch large swaths of the Hawaiian island of Maui, killing at least 93 people and destroying Millington's home among hundreds of other structures. That's crucial. I was thinking about that when I see stuff like that. I be thinking to myself like, damn, I'm glad that we don't have those type of occurrences here.
Yeah.
That are not the natural, natural disasters that we have. But I can't imagine being trapped. I mean, being in a wildfire. And then I have read that it was some people who actually stood in the water, or I guess close to the beach, and they had to stay in there for like 5 hours till they got rescued.
Yeah, bro.
That's crucial. It's always a natural disaster. It's earthquakes, tsunamis.
Oh yeah.
It don't stop, man.
Mm.
So
The
I hope
crazy
that
part, the crazy
go
part
ahead.
about that is that Hawaii has the biggest safety siren system in the world. It's a total of 88 alarms that are supposed to sound throughout the whole state of Hawaii, but specifically in that area, it was 44 alarms that was supposed to signal, and none of them went off. So so most of the people, like you said, they saw the smoke. Everybody else got like the little text from their phone, like an Amber Alert or something, right? And people were like, "Yo, how you gonna send me like an alert after the fact
After the
where
fact, yeah.
things are going on. And like the latest accounts are that the electric company has been talking about this was going to happen a couple of years ago from the hurricanes and from the power line sparking, right? And so they were kind of trying to get ready for this. So now you have lawsuits against Hawaii Electric on why they didn't act sooner with fixing the power lines, which would prevent sparks. So when it's dry outside, it won't start fires so quickly, right? And when they asked the people that were in charge why didn't they sound the alarms, they were saying the fire spread so quickly. But still, even if it's spreading quickly, you never sounded the alarm
Right.
Yeah.
ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
So do
you
you
ain't
think
even
that they
sounded late.
don't know? Do you think that they didn't think that it'll be as big or as mental as it was, and that could possibly be the
That
reason
too.
as to why they didn't put the sirens on?
It's like gross negligence
Definitely.
is
Yeah.
what it sounds like. You know what I mean? But fires spread extremely fast, but at the same time, that's what your one job is to sound the alarms. And
Mm.
so you got hundreds and hundreds of kids that's still unaccounted for. Up to this point, you got 111 casualties. Up to this point, and
Really?
it's hundreds and hundreds of people who are still unaccounted for. But the good thing is you have boats that are around the island who do like the tours. So instead of them just docking the boats, they're actually bringing in food and supplies to the people there. So it's
That's
it's
good
it's
as
it's
long
it's,
as they
it's
still
terrible,
have
man. Fire,
resources.
fire,
that's
fire is no
dope.
joke. And you
Well,
already got real estate people calling them to buy their house. You
Mm.
already got people calling the residents there whose house is burned down to try to purchase their property. My bad. Go
Mm.
ahead.
oh well, yeah, people love it. You know, they said Pee Wee Herman passed away not too long ago,
Rest in
and
peace,
Really?
I
Pee Wee.
yeah,
Rest in
No
peace, my man Pee
way.
yeah,
Wee. Pee Wee
and
was
I
was
went
a
to
good man.
I had went to my mother's house. My sister was there, and she had showed me. I forgot I had this little Pee Wee Herman doll when I was young,
Oh
and she bought
Not
that.
you with the doll.
Yeah,
you gonna
man, this is when I was a kid.
Dun,
You know what
dun,
I'm saying?
dun, dun,
So,
dun, dun,
I
dun,
know,
hey,
right?
dun,
hey,
dun,
My
right. So
dun,
look,
mom
dun, dun,
loves
dun.
that
so
day.
she
that
showed,
too,
so she
bro.
showed it to me, and I'm like, and she was like, you know that people are putting a Pee Wee Herman paraphernalia on eBay,
He made his
and she was
good
saying that
profit.
the
Wow.
dog the dolls get selling for 2 to 300. Mine jive dog. I don't know if mine would sell,
I mean,
but
yours will
It
probably
might
still
sell,
tell.
I
bro.
don't
Yeah,
know. Shit,
yours
my
will
Yeah.
toe
tell.
dirty. My toe need to be washed. This
Hey,
whole
just
gray
wash
suit need to
it.
be washed,
Watch,
man.
It's
watch
the
it.
fact that it's Pee Wee Herman, and that'll be
Mm-hmm.
the reason why it would sell.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Yep.
true. And but I'm saying that to say that people, when something happens, people is vultures. You know, people that
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
will try to hurry up and profit. And I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
am I
Yeah.
gonna become a vulture? Because I'll put that Joan up on eBay, and if it sell, I sell it. So you know, that's just the
Go
world that
go get that.
that's just the world we live in. But
Hey, they say if it's blood in the street, buy property. So yeah,
Hey,
anytime
I
there's
dog.
anything.
mean, you got to capitalize somewhere.
so that's just the way it
Hey,
go. But
dog.
this is off the cuff. This is I had went to, and this gonna tie into something. So I went to a restaurant in Philly not too long ago, right? And it's a black owned joint, and
Mhm.
it wasn't downtown. It's called like Old Town Philly or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that familiar with Philly. But it was a black owned joint, so I'm in there, and we ordering food. They got like the little seafood and everything. Me, I'm just peeping the scene. If I'm not from the area, I'm looking
Yeah.
all around at how
Yeah, you
people
gotta be on
moving,
point. You
talking,
gotta be on
walking.
point.
Mhm.
That's just how I am, right? We get the food, but the waitress is some shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
She comes, she
Okay.
got an attitude. She's like, she's kind
Mm.
of working the bar, and she's kind of serving, but her vibe and everything is just, she's just not friendly. It's just like what you want. She not
Yeah.
coming back to check on us. It
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
ridiculous, right? And then when we get the bill, her gratuity is already included.
Mm.
So it's like she don't have no incentive to act a
Yeah.
certain way because her money's already included, right? Now I'm bringing
Mm.
that up to go into this story about
That was
what's
ill.
happening
Go
in
ahead.
DC, right? And it says concerns over DC restaurant fees spark new guidance from the DC Attorney General. So it says some restaurants have added new fees to customers' bills since DC new minimum wage for tip workers took effect. But the city's attorney general says businesses need to do more to clarify and explain those fees to their customers.
They do.
The DC Attorney General Brian Schwab sent out guidelines to restaurants Wednesday on how to adequately disclose fees to customers. Schwab issued a new initial guidance in March explaining what restaurants are required to do to disclose fees. But he said his office has received hundreds of calls about fees, prompting the additional advisory. It said over the last several months have received hundreds of questions or concerns about restaurant fees. Customers are entitled to know in advance what they're spending their money on, and those disclosures, that information needs to be prominent and clear, understandably displayed before you make a decision on what you're ordering and how much you want to pay. So it says last year voters passed an initiative, and it raised the minimum wage for tipped workers from $8 to $5. No, $8 an hour from $5.35 an hour. So that's a good little increase, but cost of living went up, so I don't know, whatever. So it says to compensate for the added cost, restaurants and bars have added recoveries and service charges. Other restaurants are tacking on processing and packaging fees. So now what's happening is when you order food and stuff, it's like now that's so. I guess this is for I don't know if it's inside the restaurant you pay with your credit card. So now you got where they can have gratuity already there, so they don't have to really work hard because they're gonna get their money. And then after that, you paying for the additional all these added fees, man.
It's getting too much to go out to eat. Y'all better learn how to start cooking. And don't don't cook the expiration dated food.
Hey, look, hey Donnie, see, you acting like you never did it. That's the beef.
I'm acting like it doesn't stay in my refrigerator long enough to expire.
So T, how you feel about the increase with the 22% increase off the top, right? So the off the top 22% is not the tip. That's what they. You know what I mean? Come on. Man. How you feel about the increase in the damn thing? I got time for this shit. Go ahead, man. I got time for this shit. Go ahead. See how you feel about it.
How I feel about it?
Hey, I was thinking it. He said it. Look.
Hey, dog. Hey, bro. Listen. Y'all not gonna do this to me tonight.
Hey, look.
That's number one. T, how do you feel when you be taking your ladies out, T? How you feel about the 22% off the top? Then you got a tip. Go ahead.
If I see a fee, I'm asking about it. But how I feel about it, I feel that these restaurants need to just increase the price of the food, figure out that whatever that fee is, and you separate it. Don't show it to the customer.
Yeah.
Just don't show it.
Because it's always gonna
don't show it.
Yeah.
You said include the team. Don't even say nothing about it.
Yeah.
He said don't even say nothing about
just increase, and you increase the price of the food. You itemize that on your own time. But you increase the price of the food, we won't know that we're getting charged an extra fee.
That's actually genius, though.
Yeah. Because you bringing awareness to the fact that you overcharging us to eat. Like we're gonna try to argue that down. We ain't gonna want to pay that. Does that deter you or everyone? Would that deter you from going out as much?
No, it won't deter me because if I need to get out the house, I want to get out the house. If I want to go get something to eat, I want to go get something to eat. Right. But at the same time, I guess the most thing it does is more irritated than anything. So looking at it from the worker's perspective, I get it. You know what I mean? You're serving people, and sometimes you may have people who don't tip or low tips. And so if you just going off and getting tips, you might not get a certain amount of money. Everybody got a family to feed. Right. Or you might be single and need to feed yourself. So I get it on one end. It's like the gratuity added already, I understand. But then if you're going to do that, there still has to be a way where you still have good customer service, because I believe that if that wasn't included, she would have been smiling, and maybe she would have had just a fucked up day and acted that way anyway. But I would be thinking that if you're working for your tip, you would be more pleasant, or she would have been more pleasant. I could be wrong. So I get it both sides. I don't want to knock the worker, the person who's working, but then at the same time, got to have a balance. Just because you're getting your gratuity. Matter of fact, I went to another joint. Damn, it's a joint in VA called it 858 or some number. I don't know, but I think it's black owned too. And the guy, it was the brunch. And the guy there, he wasn't rude, but he was just kind of rushing us because I think you only get an hour and a half to eat. And he would ask one of us, it was me and my sisters, he would ask one of us what we wanted and ask the other person, hurry up, run off, come back. It was just a rush vibe. And then when we get the check, his gratuity is included. So he don't have to not rush. He can do what he want to do because he gonna get his money. So I don't know. It's just kind of finding the balance.
So coming from a person, so when I was in college for 5 minutes, I did wait tables. And it's a tough job, but if you are genuine with people, if you are nice, if you come across with a good attitude, you're going to make money, right? But in 2023, you got people making still $5.35, and it just went to $8. So if I'm that person, I'm gonna get them tips because I'm gonna show great customer service. And unfortunately, you still do have these people that's out here who don't understand that. And then so if you got a bad attitude and I'm looking at 22%, that's not gonna connect for me, right? So, but at the same time, I do think that it's important that they put that on the actual menu, recovery fee, whatever, off the break. So you giving me as the consumer a choice, right? Because other than that, I'm be like, yo, why is this $5 more now? You know what I mean? So, but so
inflation.
So inflation. So you're telling me everything up front, but at the same time, the overall premise of the report was to let the consumers know that, hey, listen, this is not the tip for your waiter. So if I'm the waiter, I'm gonna do a damn good job. If I'm smart, I'm not gonna have attitude. I'm making $8 an hour and I'm happy. Hell no. I'm gonna overdo the job to get a better tip on top of what I'm getting. So that'll. So if we got any waiters that's listening tonight or tomorrow, whenever, listen, just do a good job. Treat people how you would want to be treated, and the tips will follow. So that's my advice with that.
That's what's good. So in some music news, the artist Neo, R&B artist, a great writer, great performer. He got in a little bit of a little tough situation because he was on Vlad TV, but Vlad TV has this thing where he I guess has other podcasters now on his channel, and one of them is Gloria Velez, who's like who was a video, I guess you can call her a video vixen.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so she was doing the interview or whatever. By the way, she's got herself together pretty good. Yeah.
You co-signing too much.
For sure. Yeah, she all right.
Aaron Hall messed the whole joint up.
So when he was on there, he was basically, she asked him a question about, you know how nowadays some kids feel like that, or they feel like they're women when they're men, or boys or girls when they're boys, but they want to be girls and stuff like that. And Neo was just basically saying that he didn't think that a child should be able to make that decision, which a lot of people feel that way. He didn't really say anything that was threatening, or he didn't even say anything belligerent. He was just saying that I don't think that a child should be able to say that they want to be identified as a woman at like 5, 6, 7 years old. And it came for him just because he said that, right? And after that, there was an apology issue saying, after much reflection, I like to express my deepest apologies to anyone that I may have hurt. And actually, come to find out, it was Neo's publicist who did that. And so Neo was like, nah, man, that ain't my apology. I'm not apologizing for what he said. And I'm going to just play a little bit of what he said after the publicist had put out the fake apology.
What's going on, loved ones? This is Neo. All right, listen. I normally don't give too much of a damn about what y'all think about what I do, what y'all have to say about what I say, whatever. I normally don't care because, like I said, opinions ain't special. Everybody got one. However, this is something I feel very strongly on, and I need y'all to hear this from the horse's mouth, not the publicist's computer. So check this out. First and foremost, I do not apologize for having an opinion on this matter. I am a 43-year-old heterosexual man raising 5 boys and 2 girls, okay? That's my reality. Now, if my opinion offended somebody, yeah, sure, I apologize for you being offended because that wasn't my intention. My intention is never to offend anybody. However, I'm entitled to feel how I feel. I'm absolutely entitled to feel how I feel the same way you are entitled to feel how you feel. I ain't asked nobody to follow me. I ain't asked nobody to agree with me. I was asked a question and I answered the damn question. Okay.
And so that's what he had to say. And in this day and time, it's tough to stand up for anything because it's like you can't have an opinion on anything. You know what I mean? And I'm just glad that, to be honest, that he cleared that up and was like, hey, you know what? My publicist put that out, but that's not how I feel. I ain't say nothing wrong, and I'm standing on how I feel. What y'all think about that?
E, you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm
Round of
ready,
applause
bro.
for Neo. Round of applause for
Hold
Neo.
on. Okay,
Yeah,
no,
do
let me get
that round of
no. That
applause.
was dope, bro. That was dope that he even did that. Yes, sir.
Now, I agree with Neo. I agree with him. It's his opinion. He stated his opinion. Maybe it rubbed some people the wrong way. Oh, well. I'm not letting my 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, that's a boy or a girl,
Mhm.
think that if they say that they think they're the opposite sex, okay, I'll monitor that. But you're not making that decision that young.
At all.
Not at all.
Right.
At all, bro. I'm with the same stance. I can only speak for me and how I feel in my household. I believe that when a child is an adult and not under my roof, not also an adult, but also not living under my roof, they can make the decisions that they want to make. I don't have no control over that. But if you're in, if you're a child, man, you're gonna be a child, and those type of decisions wouldn't be able to be made. I just think that's just too early for a kid to do that, and I can't tell anybody else how to parent, but I just know how I parent, and I ain't going for that, and I'm glad Neo
Hey,
spoke up. You
hey,
know what I'm saying?
hey, hey, hey,
I'm just
hey,
saying, bro.
hey, nah, hey, no, don't speak on, nah, speak on it, bro. Nah, you said, hey, nah, go ahead. E.
Nah, bro. That's
Listen,
it. That's it.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm
I don't
I,
saying?
think
okay.
nobody, like any real parent, is going to go for that. Like,
Now,
I feel
there are
like
parents out here
when
going
do
for
we
it.
get
Oh,
to the point where the
the
children are
problem is
able to
too
make the
many parents.
decisions? Because I totally missed that. Like when I was younger, coming up, we didn't have an opinion. We
Ever,
adults
Right.
said it meant they
like
meant what they
nothing.
said. So how you in this day of age at 6 or 7, 9 or 10 know what it is that you really want to do with your life in the long term? Like as a parent, I wouldn't allow my to make that decision because you don't know if something is going to change when you get older. Like when you get older and you at an age where it's more conducive for you to make those types of decisions, then sure, go ahead, but not while you're under my roof. Not while I'm still caring for you. I'm responsible. I'm financially responsible for you. Like you don't get to make those decisions. So I totally agree with Neo as well.
Look,
Trey, what
take
you
your,
think, bro?
hey, look, man, take your ass over in the corner, do some goddamn push-ups. Do some push-ups. You'll be all right. So look, so listen. The parents that go for that have a certain type of background where maybe they had a huge voice, right, when they were super duper young. I ain't have no huge voice when I was super duper young, right?
Mhm.
But if like in my right mind, me personally, I'm not speaking for everybody, so people could take it how they want to take it. My 9-year-old can never come up to me and talk to me about some type of gender identity. You can't even wipe your ass. What are you talking about?
Mhm.
What are you talking about? See, you have to stop certain things. You got to nip it in the bud because what's
Yeah.
happening is you have to understand. that your children are under attack through the internet, through schools, where you have certain teachers
Hmm.
who've taken down the American flag and put up the LBG, flag.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
listen, and first of all, and the biggest thing is, just because somebody is speaking up where they don't agree with that, it doesn't mean that they're hating.
Yeah, they're
Exactly.
transphobic.
Like,
No,
Yeah.
nobody. Right. So I don't fall for the trick where, oh, you're homophobic. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just not tripping off of your sexuality like you want me to. That's the
Yeah.
that that's what it is. My son, he's gonna grow up. He's gonna have a lot of girlfriends until he gets married, like his father. You understand?
a
That's
lot of
my son.
girlfriends.
A
You
lot of
dig?
girlfriends, huh?
Listen,
Hey, Trey,
listen.
he might find one and settle down at 18, man.
Hey, you never
Nah,
know.
Never know.
You never know.
that's not the best idea. It's not the best guidance. But
I mean,
yeah,
some people
I would
find
say
love young. Don't do
no. Some
that.
people fall. I mean, he might, but I mean, you know what? You know what, y'all? I'm wrong. You right. You right. You right. Hey, let me
Nah,
stop.
go ahead and
Let
say
me
what you
stop.
feel.
No,
Come
no,
on.
no, 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 no. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Listen,
Come on.
what I'm saying is, you have vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream up to you was 21. Then you had butter pecan. Then you had strawberry. Then you had, you're like, oh shit, it's all different types
I'm
of damn
with you.
flavors.
I'm
You
with you. I'm
dig?
just saying.
So
I know
so
some
I'm
people
just
that
saying,
been
my
together since
son,
high school.
what I listen,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
and that's dope. And that's dope. Right? So my thing is my sons see how I treat their mother,
Mhm.
right? He see they understand man woman relationships. Now, I'm in control of my household. That's my ethics. It doesn't look, what you do in your house is what you do in your house. And you also have some people who are of that lifestyle who do not agree with the predatory ways that the agenda is pushed on small children, and and and
Mhm.
and they speak out. They're like, how can you let a 6 or 7 or 8 year old make that type of life decision? You don't
Yeah.
let them go drive. They can't get a job. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so so like, the whole argument to me is, it's not even an argument. It's not even a debate. It's an agenda. It's a plan. You trying to recruit, and I'm not letting you recruit my kids. Period. That's
Yeah.
all it is. Now, if they get older and want to make certain type of decisions, I can't stop them. But why they 8 and 9? Come on, bruh. Come on,
Yeah.
bruh. So
Nah,
Niggas
I'm
you
not
right.
behind
doing it.
Neo
I
10,000%.
mean, what
Ten
happened to the
thousand
sacredcy
percent.
of everything? Like, I mean,
It's gone.
you didn't
Definitely.
know if
Bruh.
somebody was gay or trans or something
and
Man,
like
and that's
that.
their
we're in a
business,
different
and
world now.
and that's
Yeah, that
fine.
was your
I don't have
business, what
no
you
problem.
preferred.
I don't have a problem with what you do. But when you
Hmm.
trying to crush somebody else's opinion on,
Yeah.
on how they choose to live, nah, like, nah, I don't ever go for that.
Hey,
I
look.
never go for that.
Hey, look.
Do you think?
So
E?
this is this our last little little blurb before we get into the topic for tonight. So this came from CBS News Philadelphia. It probably came from other places too, but this is where we got it from. So it says 4-day school week impacts almost 900 school districts nationwide. With back to school season approaching, some school districts will be returning with a shortened 4-day school week. I don't know where this shit was when I was in school, right?
Yeah,
No
right.
bull. No
God
bull.
damn, I can't adopt it when I was in the joint. So it said the
Exactly.
policy was adopted by 876 school districts across 26 states. According to the Oregon State University 4-day school week policy team, which is up from 650 districts in 2020, the trend was favored by larger school districts over smaller, more rural districts. Right now, there's not good evidence on the academic impact of the 4-day school week, said a professor that teaches at a college at Columbia University. It says one of the districts is Independence School District in Independence, Missouri. This was the largest district in the state to make this change. Independence School District Superintendent Dr. Dale Hurl said that this Tuesday through Friday, the schedule will add 35 minutes onto each day. Okay, so they add 35 minutes, making the total class time the same as fifth day childcare will be, and fifth day childcare will be offered. So what they doing is adding, I guess, time to the whole school day, so to equal
Yeah.
out.
So
That sounds dope.
what time was they talking about? Did they specify that?
No, they
They
said, what it says, the number of teacher applications that we received have gone up more than fourfold. So it seems like a lot of people are on board with it. And he says, I think this really needs to lead to a bigger discussion nationwide about,
Yeah.
what are we going to do? What are we going to do to support the teacher in this profession? So
Yeah.
they don't have exactly how they worked it out or what the hours would be. But if y'all gonna start doing 4-day school weeks, can we transition that to 4-day work weeks? I think that'd be
I mean,
just
yeah.
as beautiful, right?
I mean, that would be awesome.
What
But
you
I
think
think
about
that
that?
extra day for children, I mean, I feel like that would be a good thing, because I believe in having a mental health day,
For sure.
so if you could take that Monday, make it a mental health day for children, give them a time to relax, come back from the weekend, get it together, I think it'll be more productive, for the kids. I'm all for it.
What you think, T?
Man, I'm all for it, but I had no clue that this was going on.
I
had
didn't
no
either.
clue.
It's like
I didn't
27
either. I'm
states.
like, this
I didn't
news to
know
me,
either.
bro.
It's over 20 states that's been doing this.
I think.
Wow.
Okay, so I think that's dope. But for time's sake, let's get into tonight's subject, right? And tonight, the title of the pod, which I said at the beginning, is "When the Earth Stood Still." COVID and the shot, right? And so now, COVID started in 2019, right? And now it's 2023, and damn, time be flying. That shit crazy.
Yeah.
But and we want to talk about how to, how we felt when it started, and how we feel now about it, how we feel about getting the shot, who got the shot, all that. Who wants to share? And so my first question is, what did y'all think when the media had first reported on COVID in the late 2019? Like, can y'all even remember back then? Was it serious to y'all? Was it just like, oh, this ain't about nothing? Like, how did y'all feel when you initially heard about this virus?
I remember. I didn't think much of it, and I'm gonna tell you why. 2004, they told us SARS was going to kill us. 2008,
SARS, yeah.
they said bird flu was going to kill us.
Yeah.
2010, they said the swine flu. 2012, MERS.
Yeah.
2014,
Swine
Ebola.
Ebola. Yeah.
2016, Zika. 2018, Ebola came back.
That shit
And
came
then
back.
2020, the big bad COVID. Well, end of 2019, going into 2020, big bad COVID came up, and I had, I said, they done this every year. They just trying to scare us. So I had no clue. I didn't think what transpired would happen.
Yeah.
I didn't think so either. I mean, I remember watching it on the news. I remember them talking about it. But like you said, T, it wasn't, I didn't know anybody that it was affecting. So even as it started affecting people, they was like, yeah, this person in Florida. Well, I'm just like, in my mind, I don't know nobody personally who's having the issue. And it's not like, I mean, I didn't mean, I wasn't
give a
thinking
damn.
it wasn't like I didn't care, but it was just like, it wasn't a reality to me. Because I didn't know but you know how it is, like, if you don't know nobody going through this stuff and it seems like it's far away from you, it doesn't seem like, only thing you've seen a pandemic, I only seen that on movies and stuff.
Yeah.
I've never,
Outbreak.
experienced it. So yeah, so to me, it's, it wasn't official till it got official.
Yeah.
True.
I think for me, I think when I was like you at first. It was just like, oh, I don't know anybody personally in these states, and I didn't take it as serious. But I think the thing that kind of made it more of a reality for me is when I saw all of the people in China and how they were they showed massive, like, people that had already passed away due to the virus. And then when you heard that it had hit here, it was just like, okay, like now I got to be more aware. And at this particular time, my son was down in Georgia, and they were saying it was more prominent down in the southern states. Doggone sure, me and my cousin got on the road 12 hours there, 12 hours back to go get my child, because I didn't know at that specific time how severe it was, if he would be, affected by it. And then at that time, he was saying his teacher caught it, so they had ended up shutting down schools. So it was, I didn't take it serious until it almost hit home with my child.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was real for black people when they shut the NBA down. Put it like that.
Oh yeah, I
Man,
forgot all about that.
when
So
they shut the college tournaments down, that's when I knew it was serious.
bruh.
Yeah.
So first of all, Nikki, she hit me up. She was like, "Did you see what's going on in China, where it's nobody in the streets and nobody like nowhere, like in the whole city?" I was like, "Nah." So I'm washing dishes. I'm not paying no attention to it. So a week later, she was like, you should probably check out the story in China where it's
Mhm.
nobody out fucking side ever anymore, right? So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Then I saw on the news a couple of days later where what got me was when they showed the inside of the hospitals. When they showed
Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody laid out, like when
Yeah.
people was laid out. And then when I started to really pay attention, because I'm really into that investigative reporter, I'm really into that stuff. So when you're seeing that people are like writing like help signs,
Mm.
like in the in the grass or something like that, what like spray painting it in
Wow.
China for news cameras to see, like, yo, we need some help here. Then I started to really understand, like, okay, this is a huge problem, and it's going to be here at some point.
Yeah.
So that's when it really started to gain my attention. E, just to answer your first question.
Well, then once that happened, all right, so that happened, and then let's fast forward to people starting to get COVID,
Mm.
right? And I'm trying to think what happened first. When we went on when they put us on lockdown, had people already this area started getting COVID?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Mhm.
okay. So during the lockdown, right? What did y'all do to occupy your time, and was y'all scared at this point? Like once you knew, man, Aunt such and such got COVID, you know what I'm saying? And now we're looking on TV and we're seeing that, and the media was just like showing it, like the death tolls have increased, and it's like, God damn. And they
Shit,
Yeah.
showing the
fucking
people in the
crazy, dog.
hospital, and people can't breathe and all that shit, right?
Bruh.
So at that time, right, was there a fear? And when a lot of people didn't have to go to work, and then you're home.
Mhm.
Was it serious for y'all then? Did any of y'all, get nervous or what?
I was happy,
What?
It's
I'm
happy.
dead. Look, I ain't even gonna hold you. I was happy.
Hey,
I
we
think
gonna
the
edit that out.
Yeah,
pandemic
you
was
know.
the
We gotta edit
best.
that whole Donnie part
Hey,
out. How
Look,
she
the
responded,
pandemic
I
was the
was
best
happy.
thing. I was happy. It was the best part of my life, because not only did I ain't have to spend no money, but it was a lot of family time for me.
no,
That
that's
we
real.
utilized that time to spend time at each other's homes. Even though we weren't supposed to be out, but we'd sneak out, and go
Yeah,
to
that's what everybody
somebody's
was
home
doing. A lot of
collectively
people.
and spend time with each other. So for me, it was a great
See,
thing during the
you handle
pandemic.
COVID. First of all, you supposed to be in the house. You handle COVID
We
wrong.
made fun
Number
out of
one,
what it was. It
honey,
didn't keep us
honey,
down, because
but honey,
it was like the world was operating, and how the world it operates through, finance and things like that. It was all about money. When you sat down and you really took the time out to really see what was going on, it was uniting people. It was uniting your families. It was calling you to
it was.
love up on your loved ones.
It
You
was
know what I'm
breaking up
saying?
families too.
It
Yeah,
was doing
Hey,
both.
it
look,
It was
wasn't
doing
I
just
both.
wasn't
It was
involved
doing
with
both.
rates.
nobody at that particular
Hey,
time. So,
Donnie,
like I said,
these
I was
divorce
happy.
rates was off the meat rack. Off the
It was
meat
doing
rack.
both.
You
Because I know a
dig?
lot of
So,
people that people who I know some people who were out and about a lot, and they never got to never stopped to settle down. It made them do that, and then they got to learn themselves.
Yeah.
And some people couldn't take it, and some people could. For me, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it, man, because
See, I'm not by myself. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I did. I mean, I didn't enjoy what was happening, and I didn't enjoy that part. But in terms of me being in the house, it did give you time to bond with your family. I have a young son, so I was able to spend every day with him, because I was noticing when I would go to work, it's like you go to work, you eat, you come home, eat, take a shower, and you do the same shit the next day. And I started realizing this. He wasn't in school then, so it's just like. I really got to spend a lot of time with him, time that I wouldn't been able to do, or as much time during that, during that point. Now that's my perspective. I can't speak from a perspective of someone who had a family member who had it and passed away. That's another level. I'm just speaking from my experience.
So, let me ask you this, right? How did it impact your marriage, and in what way?
Well, I feel like it was in a positive way. Me and my wife can always be around each other. I mean, we don't really have, knock on wood. I ain't saying we don't have no issues, because that's not realistic, but we don't have a problem we don't have a problem being around each other, and then we give each other space when we need to. So I would say that
seven stories.
Yeah, right. But it was a good experience. I mean, we didn't even get tired of each other, and if I did, if it was times, I'd just go take a walk, or
True.
You know what I'm saying, go somewhere else and chill. It was a good experience for us, man. It was nothing negative about it, you know.
So with us, right? So y'all know I got a lot of kids. I got multiple children. Okay. So what happened with us was how we actually got uh, super closer was, it's a high school that's right across the street from my house, and I wasn't taking my kids to no playgrounds, no nothing. I don't. You're not going to be around anybody and no human beings except me. So we would take them across the street, and let me tell you, the high school, the irony in this is we were there last night. We went over across the street to the high school for the first time in maybe like a year, because of the fact that the parking lot was my kids' playground. Right? We did frisbee, we jumped rope, we rode bikes, we did all of those things, but you did it together though,
Yeah.
right? And to us it was just effortless, and we kind of grew like closer. It kind of grew closer with my children, and me being worried, but not being worried because they were me. You see what I'm saying? And so last night actually went back over there for the first time in a very long time. We ran, the kids played over there, rode their bikes. But it's all about what you have to see. Even the bad things, they have the opportunity in them, right? So like T said, you have families that fell apart fast. Like I read reports of divorce lawyers that were like, yo, as soon as it came and the husband had to stay in the house with the wife, they could not stand each other.
Yeah.
They could not wait to get divorced. Like, if you read those type of articles on why they were getting divorced, it was over nothing. So you had to stay in the house with your wife. That's why you're getting divorced from her, right? Like they couldn't, right? So it actually made me appreciate my family more. It actually brought me closer to my children, because it also reminds you how fragile life is. Right? It reminds you how fragile it is, and like, listen, on how things can happen in a drop of a dime, and you can lose your loved one.
Yeah.
You can lose them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, E. Go ahead, E.
Do you think y'all think the media boosted it? Like,
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let me give my account. I didn't give my account.
Go ahead, T. What you think?
Speak up, T.
Now I will say this. This is literally speaking 5 minutes. I was shaking for 5 minutes because in the facility that I'm in, a bunch of the residents and staff members all caught COVID. So
Wow.
it was, they were short. They were short of staff coming. They locked us in our room. We couldn't leave our rooms unless we were going to like appointments.
Mhm.
So they were short of staff. I'm getting updates that this person passed away, that person passed away.
Crazy.
So for
Crazy,
5 minutes, I'm shook for 5 minutes, and I had to remind myself, you cheated death already. So if it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah.
And I got over it.
Yeah.
Got over it fast, but as far as
did.
going through it, it was probably the best thing for my recovery. I made my biggest strides in 2020 being
Yeah.
stuck in the room.
Yeah.
So and because I wasn't out in the world, I felt like I was in isolation since 2017. So it didn't bother me mentally at all.
Okay.
But see, you had the it's like you had that's tough because it's like it was upfront and personal with you.
Yeah.
With people where you hearing this person pass and that person pass, but still you being able to say that your mental was strong, because that's scary.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because
Yeah,
and
for 5
you
minutes.
actually segueing into, do y'all think that the media was like boosting it? You know how like everything that you saw, when the COVID was here, man, it was just like,
Yeah, bro. Everything.
that's all
was talking
every
about.
news station talked about, and
Everything.
all they showed was that they was pushing getting this shot.
Okay.
And it was just, I don't know, when I'm watching the news, it made it, I don't want to say it wasn't worse than what it was, because if you have loved ones that pass, then you're gonna feel totally different. I'm just saying that the media was just on it so heavy, it just seemed like they was boosting it up a little bit. I don't know.
They kind
What you
of
think about
boosted
it,
it a
Donnie?
little bit. Yeah, I think
you
they
think,
boosted
Donnie?
it. Can you hear me? I said I think they did kind of boost it a little bit, and I think what it did, I think it was more of a scare tactic. That's just my opinion. Maybe they were trying
To get that goddamn
yeah,
shot.
yeah. That's what I ultimately believe that it, ended up being, because I was working in a hospital during that time too. We didn't really have no like real time off, because it was like all hands on deck with that.
What you
I'm
think?
mad.
What you think, T?
I think the biggest problem with the media is that they had no clue what was going on. Anybody
Nope.
any experts that they brought in to speak on it, they'll say one thing one
Yep.
week, couple months later, or no, a week or two, maybe even a day or two later, oh no, that wasn't real.
Yeah.
This is da da da.
Oh yeah, when
So
your president had people drinking bleach.
right, right. He did that. I forgot all about that.
That's
All
AG. That's AG president now. Just like
Yeah, so
he go off on his
they spread it a lot of fear, and that forced people into the shot. That forced a lot of people took that shot without even thinking. It was like, oh,
that's very
that's
interesting.
going to save,
That's
and they ran to it.
What you think
I'm
about it,
mad.
E?
I'm
What you
mad
think,
right
E?
now. I think the media boosted it and all that, but and T is right. He brought up a good point. My memory sucks, right? But now I do remember them each day. It was something different, and it was wear your mask. And it was so stupid to me that you would have to wear your mask in the restaurant, but then you take it off while you eat. I don't get that shit.
Yeah, I didn't get it either.
I mean, how does that make a difference? But
how am I supposed to eat with a mask on?
yeah, but I am mad. I did shot. I got the. They had the 3 shots, right?
Yeah.
They had the Pfizer,
Moderna,
and the Johnson and Johnson,
the
right?
Johnson and Johnson, yeah.
And I ain't want no 2 shots. I didn't want no shots. But they start talking about you going, lose your job and all that shit.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, dang, they got my back against the wall, man.
True,
and I did get the Johnson and Johnson because it was a 1 shot. I didn't care how strong it is. They were saying it's the weakest shot. I don't want to get the joint no way, so I don't care. So I got it. The first day I got it, went home, was sick that whole day. And now the mandate is like gone. And I know one of my coworkers, he was like, man, E, I don't care. I'm not getting it. I work for myself. And then come to find out, he never had to get it. And I feel a way that I did get it. I would have rather not. But I didn't hold out. I wasn't one of those people who tall. I folded, and I got the joint, man.
Like I said, I think I'm sorry, I ain't mean to.
No, you go down. Go ahead.
But like I said, I was working in a hospital, so it was absolutely mandated
Hell
for
yeah.
me to get it, and
Yeah.
I was
Hell yeah.
opposed to it. I didn't want to get it because I felt like it was going to do the same thing that the flu shot did, which was you put in the virus in me for my body
Yeah.
to become immune to it, but I'm getting
Right.
sicker off of
Right.
actually getting the shot because I didn't never get sick. I never got
Okay.
sick. So I didn't feel the need for me to get the shot, but I was made to get the shot. There was, either you get the shot or you lose your
Or
job,
you lose your job.
and I
Yeah.
had to get the Moderna one because that's what they was giving us in the hospital.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the Pfizer. And those were
The
the
2 shots, right?
one, you had to get the shot the first time, and then like a
Hmm.
couple weeks later, a couple weeks later, you had to get the next one.
You got the other one.
Yeah, I never got a booster though. I was like, I'm not
Nah,
getting a
I'm
booster.
good.
Y'all
Nah,
Okay.
I
doing way
know.
too
Okay.
much.
I didn't.
So I got a couple things. First of all, first of all, I waited. I waited for about 2, 3 months. And Nikki will tell you, I'm like, nah, let other people go first. Let them go first.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm not me personally. I don't listen. I just speak for myself. I wasn't mentally going to be so when you research like it's been pandemics throughout the history of the world.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So and I trust science. I fuck with science. I love science when I was in school. And so
Mm,
if I'm looking at people who are smarter than me in certain situations, I'm looking at the dead bodies. I'm looking, so I let 3.5, 4 months go by before I made the decision to get the
yeah.
shot. Right. When I got the shot, I was fine. I got the second shot, I was fine. I got the booster, I was fine.
You got the booster too?
Um, Hell yeah, I got the
He had the
booster,
whole package,
bro.
Lord.
Nigga, I got the
Damn,
booster
man.
plus. I got the booster plus, bro. Dig? So, but my thing is that I'm going to investigate it. Me, I'm the biggest word was research. If I heard research one more goddamn time during damn COVID, you know what I mean? I was going to scream.
Yeah.
But at the same time, throughout history, it has always been vaccinations. We got
Yeah.
vaccinations when we was young before we had to go
Mm-hmm.
into kindergarten. You had vaccinations.
Yeah.
I think that what the media did that was bad was the misinformation of what vaccinations are now. And, oh, how they come up with it so fast? Because they smart as shit.
Exactly.
This is
Yeah.
what they've been.
Yeah.
But hold on. But these people, they work in labs 8, 10, 12 hours a day for years. Just
Mm-hmm.
just because they have something that can combat something, I can research that and then I can make a decision. But the naive part and the ignorant part is me saying like, "Oh nah, they trying to get me." Hell no, bro. It's things that's out here that can kill your ass faster than COVID.
Yeah.
So I just sat back and I
You
watched,
drinking the
and then
juice
so
now. You drinking the juice over
I
there,
mean,
son.
listen, nah,
Like,
but
nah,
nah, but
I'm
nah.
messing with you. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go ahead. Nah, go
but
ahead.
no, but check it out, E. But check it out, E. So what I look at is I looked at the totality. I wasn't tripping off here in the news. I was reading, okay, what is in Moderna? What is in Pfizer? And this took me 3 months. It took me 3 months to do it, right? Because I was like, nah, I need to see the numbers of people that's getting it and what the side effects are. Even though 3 months ain't enough time, I gave myself that time because I ain't want to be the first one to go get no goddamn shot. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But at the same time, I'm not going to let the media make me look at science a different way. Where these people dedicate their whole life to stopping colds, from stopping the flu, from people go get flu shots. Our kids, our kids can't go to school without certain shots. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But
So
I,
so
like I
I just had
said,
to
it's
sit
the
back and I had to analyze it
misinformation too.
personally.
It was the
Of course
misinformation
it
too
is.
because they
Of
was telling
course it
people
is.
if you
Of
get the
course it
shot, then
is.
you weren't going to get COVID, and that was a bald
Right.
faced
Well,
lie.
well, right. So at first, I think that you're absolutely correct. But my thing is that okay, cool. Even if I catch it, whatever was in my shot can help me to fight it. Right now, everybody knows a person that might have had COVID and beat it, never got COVID, or somebody that passed from COVID. My man passed from COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now COVID was just the icing on the cake because it was what was it, pre pre underlying conditions. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
what it really exposed was the underlying conditions
Right.
where people where their immune system was hijacked extremely fast and people were
Yeah.
passing away. What we cannot debate is the dead bodies.
Yeah.
We can't debate the dead bodies. We can sit here and talk about it. We can debate, but we cannot debate the dead bodies that were in New York. They ran out of morgues. They putting people outside. They got mass graves in different cities based off of predetermined conditions. And COVID came and kind of exposed the
Yeah.
bad health risk, unfortunately, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is one of those things where I'm happy with my decision, and I
Mm-hmm.
and one more thing, the cherry on top. My ass about to go get another booster E. I'm about to
You
get the
tripping,
two-time booster
Slim.
E. I'm about to
You
get the double
tripping,
booster
bro.
E.
I'm
I'm
good
looking
on
at the
that.
double
I
booster
ain't
E.
getting,
Dig.
Look,
I ain't getting no
Hey,
booster
Nah,
at
you
bro,
all,
doing too
bro.
McDonald's.
much,
You,
man.
Hey, E,
yeah,
Yeah, you got.
McDonald's.
you
Yeah,
go.
he
McDonald's
over
for
there drinking
30
that
years.
juice. Eat.
I
Yeah, he
ate
drinking that
McDonald's.
juice for real. They
Let me
got
tell
you,
you.
Slim. They
Hey,
got
E,
it to your brain, bro.
I ain't ate McDonald's in about 10 years. McDonald's did more shit to me than the COVID could ever do.
God dang, you get, bro.
Nah,
Hey,
ain't
bro.
no
I'm cool
way.
Hey,
on all
man,
bro.
that
Ain't
shit.
no
Hey, bro.
way.
I'm about to go get my
Nah,
other booster.
nah,
yo,
hey,
You
you
can
can buy
have that
yourself,
one.
Slim.
Yeah, you definitely by yourself on that. When they said that the booster
You
was
dig?
optional, it was an
The
option for
booster
me not to get
optional.
it because I got stupid sick when I got the shot. Like I was sick as I don't know
I was sick
what.
for a minute. I was.
Have any of y'all got COVID? Did any of y'all
listen,
Yeah,
catch
hell
COVID?
yeah.
Oh
I got
hey,
COVID.
man.
hey, listen.
I got it.
I didn't care anything about the deaths. I didn't care nothing
Damn.
about none of that. I was set on not taking that shot.
I was too.
Um, Everybody telling me you need to take it. Trey told me, man, you need to take it. Da 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 da.
Oh, he was advocating for
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
he's
Yeah,
man.
we
advocating.
in
He's
there.
spokesperson for Moderna.
It took me
Right.
2 years. It took me 2 years to take the shot, and
Wow.
the only reason why I took it is because my mom got on my nerves so much I was gonna cuss her out. I was gonna cuss her out, and I just told her, I said, you know what?
Fact.
I'm gonna take the
That's a
shot.
fact.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna take the shot
yeah,
That's a
just so you stop bothering me. I said, don't
yeah.
bother me after I take it either. I'm not taking a booster. I'm taking this shot because of you. I don't want to do it. They rushed this vaccine out. I don't trust the government already. I don't
Yeah,
trust none of
yeah.
this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was scheduled to take the shot in January of 2022. E just asked the question, did you catch COVID? I caught COVID 2 days before I was going to take the shot.
See what I'm
Oh
Are you
wow.
saying?
serious?
Wow.
They got that shit.
And
Wow.
my mom was, oh, you're gonna die. Ah.
Oh.
And I'm like, I said, listen, this is the stepped on version. We're on like the third or fourth variant by then.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be all right. I'm cool. I said, I'll take it after I get over it. Got over it,
Yeah.
took the shot only for my mom. Because for
Yeah.
me, I was not gonna take it. I was steadfast. Like, if it killed me, it killed me. I don't care.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah.
want to take the joint either. I did catch COVID
See what
though.
I'm saying?
I got the joint on that the Christmas that just passed. When that last Christmas, but the one before that, bro, that joint, and
I ain't
I've
know
heard
you had COVID, E.
hell
I ain't know
yeah,
that.
hell yeah, and some people say that when they get it, it affects everybody different. I know a lot of
Right.
people that got it and said, matter of fact, my wife got it. She was sick one day. Man, I
Yeah.
got that joint. That first night was crucial.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Crucial. My goddamn head was spinning.
bro.
I mean, I was having chills. It was just ridiculous. My joint
Yeah.
lasted for like 5, 6 days, man. It was.
So did you get it before you got the shot or after?
When did I got it? I think I can't even remember. I got my memory crazy. I think I got it. I think I got it before.
Okay, you
I
got
got
it
the shot.
before.
See,
Yeah,
I
I
got
think
it.
so.
I got it after I got the
Oh,
shot.
you got it, Donnie. You got
Yeah, I got it after I got the shot. And not only did I catch COVID after it was months after I got the shot. I caught it like going to my daughter's graduation, and everybody got sick. Unfortunately, it was horrible and it lasted about 3 days. The second time that I got it was earlier this year.
Damn, you got it twice.
Yes, twice. So the second time it was much worse because I was sick for like almost 2 weeks
Okay.
off of it. And I'm like, hey, I got the shot. How did I get COVID and why is it this severe?
Okay. I got
Yeah.
you.
So either way you look at it, I don't think that the shot AIDS or
But okay,
not
so let me ask you this
AIDS.
question. Let me ask you this question. Donnie,
What?
how do you know that the shot didn't stop you from checking out?
Because
How do you know it
How do
did?
you, how do
Really?
you
because
know?
how do you know that it did?
But hold on, but hold on. See, first of all, I asked the question first. Y'all not just gonna ask me to reverse.
Nah, cause you drinking that juice, man.
Yeah,
drinking that
because
juice.
you
You
advocating
drinking
a
that
little
juice,
too
bro.
hard
But
from
check
somebody
it
that
out.
was opposed to getting it because I know
No.
my body. I wasn't getting sick. I wasn't catching the
we-
flu. I
does
wasn't
anybody
catching
know
none
their
of this
body?
stuff. And then you telling me I need to get this shot, and the second I get this shot, I get sick.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's just
come
like
on.
the flu shot.
I don't
That's
get the
what
flu
I'm
shot.
saying.
The same
I got the
thing.
flu shot
I never
once.
got the flu shot.
I
Yeah,
never
but-
had the flu, but got the
And
flu
I'm
shot.
not gonna get it either. Not
Okay.
getting that either.
So again, Donnie. So first of all, you just try a deflection topic. You just try a deflection with E. You let E juice you up to do a little deflection.
No, I
You
did
ain't-
not.
you
I'm
never
talking about
answered the question.
experience. What was your question? Ask me
My
a question
question
again.
was, how do you know if you didn't have the shot that when you got sick that you wouldn't have checked
Because
out?
my immune system was great. I was not getting sick at
You were
all.
not
I was
getting
not
sick.
getting sick. Every time I've gotten
it's a pandemic,
some
so
sort
it's
of
different things going on.
vaccination, I've gotten sick because of the vaccination. When
Okay.
I didn't have it, when I don't get these shots or whatever, I'm not getting sick. Since I've had that vaccination, I have caught COVID twice. You know what I'm saying? And
You
I
caught
don't
COVID
normally
twice.
get sick. So you tell me.
And you in the rec room, so you survived. Thank God for the damn.
You had it, Trey?
Well,
Go
thank
ahead, E.
Jesus.
Hell
I
yeah,
know.
I
I'm
had
curious.
COVID.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I had
Now,
COVID,
now,
bro.
now,
Now, did you get it
before?
before or after the
I
shot?
ain't die.
Nah, come on. Like,
Come on, man.
he got it after
Hey,
he
look.
got the
Hey,
shot.
look.
That's
Hey,
what
look.
happened.
Hey, look. Let me tell y'all need to save y'all breath fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, I'm happy I got it. You did? Because check it out. Cause hold on. We don't. If everybody that I ever known in life has a medicine cabinet,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we do not know what is in these drugs. We are taking Tylenol. We've been taking Sudafed. We've been taking Dayquil. We don't know what's in this shit.
But
Exactly.
So,
But those were the same
we
medicines
still
that you had to
it.
take during your process with COVID. Those were the same medications they were telling you that you could take that was going to cure some of these symptoms. So I didn't understand what was the shot. What was the point for the shot?
So what's the difference?
You want to know the difference, Trey?
Do you have medicine in your? Go ahead.
I'll tell you
Tell
the
him,
difference.
T-Streets. Tell him.
The
Go
difference
ahead.
is those medicines was around before I was born. This vaccine they just made up.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
Exactly.
But
Thank you, T.
No. So first of all, T's wrong. Secondly, because the people that were in these labs.
I don't care about. I don't trust them.
Nobody care about them people in the labs. I can almost guarantee you half of them people that worked in them labs probably didn't even get the shot.
Okay, so let me ask everybody this question. Since we're here, and you all fell right into my trap, y'all go to hospitals if you're sick because you trust because if you're sick, if something is wrong with people, hospital because they don't trust the doctors. Or because they trust the doctors. That's why you go to the hospital. So
I don't trust them either.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I definitely don't because I've been behind the scenes and worked alongside doctors and I've seen some things. So I only go unless I necessarily have to.
They still save lives too, Donnie. at the
They
same
do.
at this. Okay, that's all.
But that
That's
don't
all I'm
mean that
saying.
shot saved your
That's all.
life. Get off
That's all.
of it.
That's all I'm saying. But we don't know that though.
So look.
So I
So
won.
look.
I won. You guys
It
lost.
didn't
Straight
say it didn't
argument.
save my life.
Yeah, I'm talking. What are you
Tell
talking
him, T
about?
Streets.
What
You
are you
drinking
talking?
that juice.
See,
I got it
talking to you.
before. I got it before I took the shot. It didn't save my life.
Hey, go
No.
ahead, E, man. Go ahead, man.
So the
Y'all
whole
got me having
reason
fun.
that how we even became how we even decided to talk about this topic, right, is because there's a new variant.
Absolutely.
And this is from CNN Health. So new variant is called EG.5.
Oh
It's on the
Lord.
rise as COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations go
Mm-hmm.
up, right? And it says there's
Mm-hmm.
a new COVID variant topping the leaderboard in the United States, EG5. Nationally, EG5 is causing about 17% of new COVID 19 cases in the country, compared with 16% for the next most common lineage, XBB 1.16, according to the latest estimates from the U.S. Centers of Disease Control. EG may sound like a whole new flavor of the virus, but it's not. It's a
Mm-hmm.
spinoff of the
Mm-hmm.
XBB recumbent strain of
Gotcha.
the American family. I know I'm fucking up all the words, but
It's all good.
and it represents
Yeah.
another incremental tweak to the virus rather than a major evolutionary leap like the original American strain. Says compared with the parent XBB 1.92, it has one extra mutation to its spike at position 465. I don't know what none of that shit means. This
What you
mutation,
saying, bro?
I
this
understand
mutation, it sounds like a scientist and shit. It say this mutation has appeared in other COVID variants before. Scientists aren't sure exactly what new tricks it enables the virus to do, but the variant hunters are paying attention because many of the new XBB disbandants have adopted it. Um, and so the bottom line is it's a new variant.
I mean, where's
And
it?
all y'all, and so now,
It's them people in
uh,
them labs
but it
that's
seemed like
making these things.
right
Yeah.
now, even though even though there is a new variant, um,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of them cases again where I'm gonna say I don't know nobody who got this shit again, man. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I
Yeah.
don't care or never. I promise I'm not.
Nah, I got you.
But
I got you.
what I'm hoping is, I guess the what I'm seeing is that it seems like the variants will never stop, and that's just
No.
going to be a
Right.
part of
Ever.
life now,
Ever.
right?
Ever.
And it's
Yeah.
just, I
Yeah.
guess, some of the variants will be, I guess, more detrimental than others. Are y'all taking this serious? Are y'all panicking, or how y'all feeling
Man,
about
I'm
this
listen.
not
variant?
Hell no.
panicking.
Hell
It
no.
is what it is,
Yeah.
man.
If it's
Right.
your
Man,
time, it's your time.
it's here to stay.
Like,
COVID is here to
yeah,
stay.
COVID is here to stay. It's
It's
not
just
going anywhere.
just like the common cold, the flu,
Mm-hmm.
pneumonia, crabs, herpes, the clap,
Oh, hey, hold on.
Do
HIV,
not
and any other
crazy.
virus and disease.
Oh,
It's
He
here
the
to
boy,
hey,
it's here
hey,
to stay.
hey!
he
Out of
boy
all that
STDs
shit,
to the
out of
building,
all
huh?
that shit he named,
Here to
give me
stay.
COVID. I don't want no more of the other shit he talking about.
It's
No
all here to
more?
stay.
Big.
Hold on, no more? Pause.
Whoa,
Oh, you just told on yourself, Slim. Hold on, you need a
Nah,
gunshot. That man said no more. Hold on, man. I'm gonna give you another one. Hey, you gotta slow down on these paws, Trey. You gotta slow down, Slim.
Listen.
You
See,
put your
first of
business
Hey,
all,
out there.
I don't think he thought
God
nobody
damn.
gonna catch that,
but hold on. But I thought that we pardon. I ain't know that we faking on his. Y'all thought we got telling on him. That's
he's
one
like,
thing that we
I know I'm
gonna
not the only
Oh
one.
man.
do. Hey
Hey
dog,
man, we
hey
really in the
dog, give
rec
me
room.
COVID. I lay in there for 5 days. Hey, I lay in bed for 5 days. You know what I'm saying? And dog, but no, but seriously though, in all seriousness, me personally, if so, this strand is more transmissible, but
Hmm.
the hospitalizations are up, but the deaths are much less.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm happy to hear about that, but I'm still watching. You see what I'm saying? Now, my kids got immunized too. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But trust me, it took over a year before I even thought about that. But at the same time, if it comes to it, yes, I will get a goddamn another shot. I wouldn't even think about it.
Man, that's what's up, Slim.
You dig?
I can't do it. No, that's what's up. Like you go ho with it. I think that's dope. I can't
You
do
said
it.
it. Hold on, E. You said that like he just made a real good point. Like, hey, yo, that's what's up.
I'm just saying, no, he's strong, Slim. He's like he do whatever. Yeah, you strong, man.
Nah, man, he good on
do
that. Like, I'm not taking no more nothing.
Nah. But listen. But listen. But that's a thing where I think that the media with the division thing, right? So if my man say he not gonna do it, I'm not gonna judge him for not doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean, if my homegirl not gonna do it, I'm not gonna judge them. So
but
it's
you
like,
over there being an advocate, though.
No.
You can't say you ain't gonna judge him when you over there being an advocate.
But no. I could be an advocate of science and not judge you. You see what I'm saying?
Now people were put you made me think about that. People were getting pitted against each other.
Yeah, they were.
I
were.
I didn't even think about that.
You gotta choose that argument, bro.
Yeah, because some people were being seen in a hospital. If you got the shot, you were being seen first, and other people that didn't get it were barely getting seen and things of that nature. So they
what was you about to say? T Streets, what you about to say?
Man, I was treated badly because I took forever to take the shot, and people would tell me, "Man, you need to like I had a sickness." I'm like, "Listen, you got the shot. You got the shot. You got the shot. I'm good then. I don't need the shot. I'm good."
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, but that's the new variant. So that's how we even start talking about it about the show. But now, y'all ready to get into our new segment?
Man, let's do it, bro.
Let's do it.
Let's do this thing. Dig? Oh shit.
I don't know how that other sound played, but the new segment is called Ask the Rec Room, and this comes from our followers on Instagram. We always say at the end of every show, if you have a question or something you want us to talk about, let us know. And we got one. So Donnie, go ahead.
Alrighty. So I went through a list of questions. And I found one to be really, really interesting. And I got to bring this to the pod. It's a lot of men on here. I would definitely like to hear your opinion on this. And this one, this listener actually wants to know who's responsible for the female orgasm through sex.
Oh shit! Go ahead, T.
Hey, you threw me off. We switched from COVID to.
You got me fucked up.
I had to ask that question.
That's a real shot. That's a shot.
And I want to start with T Streets. I want to hear your opinion first.
Now you have to elaborate. I don't understand the question.
Okay, so you know how they say, okay, like the female, we have our different stages of orgasms and things like that. Is it the man's job to get her off, or is it her job to get it off? Because you hear that, oh, I got mine, you got to get yours. So what is your take on it?
What's your take on it?
Wow.
Larry, aka Larry from Three's Company, that be at the Regal Beans. Talk about it, T.
I'll say it's a combination of both. It's the man's job initially.
Wrong answer.
It's the man's job initially when you go when you're having your sexual fun time with your mate. It's your job to please your woman. But if your woman taking hours to have orgasm,
hours,
hours.
We're not young anymore. As a man, I'm not young anymore. You gotta figure that out yourself.
No, coming from a female, I feel like it is a man's job to do, because I feel like if I'm giving my body to you, then you got to make my body do what you want it to do. You feel me? So like we have different it's like a difference in a way that a man could touch us that could make us orgasm. You don't necessarily have to be down there. You could touch us or you could talk to us a certain type of way to make us have an
That's a
orgasm.
whole
So
part. That's a whole part.
yeah, I think that should definitely be a part. But that question I needed to ask. What about you, E? How you feel about that? What's your take on that?
How do I feel about that? So what I'll say is it so the question is it a man's job to so what's the question again?
Who's responsible for the female orgasm during sex?
Oh, who's responsible?
Yeah.
Who's responsible? I guess hey, that's kind of tough. Who's
Mm-hmm.
responsible? So I would say that I mean, yes, a man. I mean, you're responsible for each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, or from my experience, sometimes it takes a woman a little longer than it takes a man
Mm.
to orgasm. And so if we doing like it just depends
You
on
think
what
it
we
takes a
doing.
woman longer?
I
Now,
think it
now
can,
women could
yes.
orgasm multiple times. It doesn't,
Yeah,
you
that's true.
know, takes us very long to do.
Mm.
Well, I think I don't
That's why I
know.
thought that this
Well,
is an interesting question. I was like,
I just
wow.
I just thought it in comparison to how fast a man can, but maybe I'm wrong. But I think that yes, it's both people's responsibility. Over the years, I think I've had to learn to not be selfish in that aspect
Mm-hmm.
because I'm gonna be real with you. If we talking about marriage and your wife, that's one thing. But if we
Mm-hmm.
talking about somebody that I'm just sleeping with
A
or
Mm-hmm.
sensei.
somebody that's
A
just a
sensei.
partner, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna be focused. I'm gonna be focused on me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me personally.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just
And you
different,
back in the 80s. That
I'm saying
something you back
if
in the
I'm messing with
80s.
different women, if I'm messing with different women, my goal
The
is not.
80s.
I'm not going to be thinking that. You know what? When she come over tonight, I'm gonna make sure she get her. I'm not going to think like that. I'm just being
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
honest. But now, but me being
he
married, then
savage. He is savage. He is
that's a
savage.
different situation. So
Okay.
to answer the question, it's both people's responsibility. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I think it's all about who you sleeping with and your intentions.
Yeah. Thank you. What about you, Trey? What's going on with you?
Okay. Okay. So is everybody done lying? Okay. All right. Um. So so from sexualalpha.com, it says 80% of women orgasms during
Mm-hmm.
vaginal intercourse.
Hold on for a second,
So
Trey.
Donnie, so
Mm-hmm.
Donnie,
How'd you
Donnie,
already have the website to look up?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did
Donnie,
you? Then
hold
what
up,
the heck?
hold up. No, 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 no. Listen, see. Whoa, Donnie. Don't you're not gonna
This man
deflect
is
out
a
of this one,
human
Donnie.
encyclopedia or something.
Donnie,
What? No. What?
Donnie. Hold on, whoa. Don't try to deflect out of here, Donnie. Have you ever faked?
Yes.
Have you ever? Okay, so see,
Yes.
that's where we need to start at. Okay, so it says 80% of women faked. Now, when women, now we get into the psychology. Why do women fake? Because you just want him to get the hell up off of you and get his ass up out of there. Why do you
At the
fake?
time,
Or do women fake for the male ego?
that's what I was about to say. At the time when I did it
Mm.
for the male's ego. I didn't do it
Mm.
because I was
Mm-mm-mm.
enjoying it. I wanted him
Hello.
to, you know. It was more or
Hello.
less like I was trying to hype up my man. Yeah, like
Hello.
go.
Damn. Damn.
But yeah, I faked and I felt like every time I faked, it lasted a shorter amount of time and I was good with that.
But how does that
So
help out the overall relationship? But how does that help out the overall relationship, though?
I
Be
mean,
honest. Be
he
honest.
walking around with a big head now.
Forever? Forever, though? Like, forever? Right.
Yeah,
But you're
yeah,
really not satisfied. So when he
no.
leave, y'all get the bob out the drawer. You see what I'm saying?
You know
Y'all
what?
get
I'm
the
not interested
situation.
in I'm not interested in those things. Don't get me wrong. I have
True.
something, but I love the male's anatomy more.
Okay. So what you're saying is okay. See, this is the Patreon portion of the Rec Room. So what you're saying is a lot of women fake with certain men but they might really get off with other men or other relationships? Is that what you're
Yeah, because
insinuating?
like
Okay.
I've had some good
This a
relationships.
This a Patreon. This a Patreon part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this after dark.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've had some great partners and I've had some not so great partners though. And
Okay.
it's like the ones that I had great sex with, those were the most toxic.
Oh, see
And
that's a whole pod.
yeah.
So Donnie, so first of all, Donnie, that's a whole other pod. So first of all, so let me go ahead and go. Okay, let me go ahead and go. So I never had that problem.
Hmm.
Okay, I because whether it was first of all, I'm talking about me back in the '80s. I'm not. I've been married for 35 years. Okay, first of all,
Hmm.
I'm talking about back in the '80s, right? I'm a listen. My batting average is 100%. It's 100%
Lord.
There you
Yeah,
go.
There you
that's the
go.
ego right there.
Now you
That's
just told
all
me on the
ego.
phone. You just said on the rec room we keep it real. Didn't you say that about 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, we keep it all
I
Well,
the
then
heard
way.
which
that
one
part
is it?
too. I heard that
We
part
keep
too.
it all the way. And listen, it was never listen. I'm about 100%. 100%.
We need
You dig?
we need to get
What are we talking about here?
wifey, and we need
Oh,
to
listen, you can
Oh,
get wifey, you can
we
get
need her
girlfriend,
opinion on this one,
you can get
because
anybody you need. It's
it's
100%.
not always 100%. It's going to be some hit and
No,
misses,
Donnie.
and you've
See,
been married
Donnie.
for
But
some
hold on,
years
but see,
now.
Donnie, but Donnie, sweetheart, unfortunately, you dig? You've
There you
never had
go.
100% hitter. That's the problem with you,
How
Donnie.
do
You know what
you
I mean?
know that
And
it
yeah.
was
How do you know?
you
100%?
disgruntled. And you
How do you
disgruntled.
know? How you
But
know
Donnie,
all the
but Donnie,
time?
Donnie,
Do your wife tell you every time?
Donnie, you sound upset. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? First of all, you sound upset, Donnie. Okay.
No, because I'm
If
speaking on behalf of the women,
if
because
I tell
we
you
will
that I
hype
got
you
the
up and
but
make you think you was
Donnie,
100%.
if I tell you I got the vibranium, Donnie, then just let me
Hey,
let's go
look.
to the next
Hey,
question.
look.
Go to the next question.
Yeah, we gonna go to the next question on this.
T, can you talk to her? T, can you talk to
He
her?
said
T.
this is jokes.
Trey over
So
here lying on your
I
man.
never
Dang,
lied in
Trey.
my life. Yeah, I never lied in my life.
Yeah,
okay,
Trey,
so
let's go to the next. This is gonna
yeah,
be the
let's go to
last
the
one.
next
Come
one.
on.
This one a little G rated, you know. But this one is what do you think about females who say that they're single parents, but they're not allowing the father to be a father?
Oh shit.
Wow. Say well. Ask
I
that one
think
more
they
Yeah.
time.
trash.
That's a pod. That's a whole pod.
Shut that joint down. I said, what do you think about females who say that they are single parents? However, it's them that are not allowing the father to actually be a father.
Well, I think I know situations like that. First off, I say that's selfish. There's a lot of fathers that, first of all, a child needs their mother and their father, point blank, period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. They
And
need
there's a
both of
lot
them.
of
Yeah.
guys, unfortunately, and I know a lot of guys that have kids in their lives by choice. So if you
Mm-hmm.
have a father that is that wants to be in their child's life, you have to try your best to take your personal feelings toward the
Mm-hmm.
father out of the equation, because people focus on each other, but but it's really about the child.
Yeah.
If you have a father that's trying to be in their life and you don't allow that, I think that's unfortunate. I think that's selfish, and I think that perpetuates more of the stereotype of
Toxicity.
fathers, yeah, of fathers
Mm-hmm.
not being in their kids' lives. It's important to have both parents. It's a blessing to be able to have both parents in a
Super
child's
blessing.
life. I think it's
Yeah.
crazy. And don't and then now with that being said, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I get that sometimes you in tough situations where the mom may not like
New
the child,
girlfriend.
yeah, the new girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
the family, and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and it could get deep, and it could be involved. A lot can be involved, but if you just
Yeah.
try to focus on none of that shit is about me.
Yeah.
All of it is about the kid, and if you have a good
Mm-hmm.
father, you have to let that father be in the child's life. It will help the development of a man. So I think that's whack of any woman that's not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
E with the multiple kids, how you feel about that?
You mean Trey?
You mean Trey?
I mean, yeah, Trey. I'm sorry, Trey.
Okay, ask me the question one more time. What is it?
Okay, so what do you think about females who say that they're single parents, but they're not actually allowing the father to be a parent?
I think that honestly, they need to grow up mentally and know that
Yeah,
they made the choice to lay down with that man. Now, if the guy POS, that's a whole other story,
yeah,
right? But if the man is trying, the child benefits from uh the love from both parents.
mhm,
Unfortunately, it's I grew up in a single parent household,
mhm,
which helped me understand how important it is to raise my children in a two parent household,
mhm.
right? I think that because the mom is usually with the kids most of the time, women, y'all go through a lot, right?
Yeah,
I think that you have a lot of moms who never talk bad about the father, never,
mhm,
right? You have some moms who over exaggerate in front of the child, telling the child things about their father, but what they're not understanding is they're poisoning their children's mindset towards
absolutely.
their father. You have to give the man time to grow, just like the mother needs time to grow.
Yeah,
So I just think that a lot of now y'all hear me on these pods. I'm pro women because I was raised by mostly women, but I'm not with the toxic women. I'm not talking
yeah,
about them. I'm talking about the real women that are working their butt off, taking care of their children,
mhm,
who are not, now. My mother did not say a one bad word about my father until I was older,
mhm.
right? But if she did, she would have been justified based off of the situation,
Yeah,
right? But because of me and my sister's situation, she never put our father out there. She find out for our own,
right.
right? And that's just what I think that young ladies should do with their children. And once their children grow, they're going to understand. They're going to develop. You know, like, you know what? My mother was she was doing the best that she could do in her situation, right? So it's
Mhm.
really no hard feelings. But yeah,
Right.
But
T.
Uh, this is what I have to say. Get over me. I am not coming back. You know
damn,
what you
I
did.
feel
wait,
that.
you
hold
know
on,
what you
hold on,
did.
hold on.
Damn,
you,
you
you
know
know
what
what
you
you
did.
did, and I know your secrets. You
You know
better
what you
let me see
did.
my child, or I'm going down to City Hall and I'm
Oh
taking my
shit.
kid.
Oh shit.
And that's all I
Damn.
gotta say about that.
I'm
Hey
taking my
T,
damn. I'm
I'm not
taking my damn
surprised
kid.
that that was your answer, man. I think,
Oh, you gave him his gunshot. Give his round of
Bruh, I didn't give
applause
him
for
a
that
gunshot. I didn't give him a
I'm
gunshot.
not surprised, man. I'm not surprised. But
one.
Don, you asked it, and then you can
Mhm.
end it off. What do you feel about that?
Mm,
I feel like those females should be kicked. And I'm gonna say, and the reason that I say that is because I am a single parent, and I can
mhm,
honestly say that yes, I am a single parent,
mhm,
whereas I don't actively have that support from my children's fathers. I can't go to them
mhm,
and be like, hey, I need some help, and they'll actually help
mhm,
me. They
mhm,
have the mindset of if they were ordered to pay child support, whether or not they're paying it, they don't feel as though they need to be supportive in those types of areas, especially financially.
That's that's
So
that's crazy. Yeah.
yeah, it's hard and it's heavy. So when I feel like there's somebody that's actually keeping their kid away from their dad, that breaks my heart, because it's like,
Mm,
I'm the mom who wants her children's dad to be breaking down her door, coming to see about his child.
Absolutely.
And it's upsetting to see that there are actually females that are that bitter that could actually do that. And I tell my baby daddies, it's not me that you're hurting. It's the child in the long run. I'm just taking these hits for them. You know, I don't put myself in a situation where I would talk down on my kids' fathers to their children. But at the same time, I'm more or less like, I have to answer certain questions, you know, if they have them. And I have to be authentic, because I used to make up lies for their fathers.
My mother did that.
Yeah. And I hate that. I don't want to, and I have to explain to them, like, I don't want to lie for you. Like, tell them what's up, because I'm going to be forced to tell them what's up. And then it's going to make it look like I'm talking down on you. Yes. And I don't want to do that. I want my children to make their own decisions and analysis about their fathers with their own eyes, with their own ears. And I'm not going to be the one to make them feel a certain type of way. You know, so I want to kick a parent that says she's a single parent, but you're choosing to be a single parent. Like, you give that man the opportunity to be around his kids. So what? He done moved on. So what? He don't want anything to do with you. Give him that right to do that.
Give him the right.
Give him the right to be a father, because some men actually do want to be a father to their kid. Give them that right.
The kids are recording everything.
Yes.
For sure.
Right,
well, that was a good Ask the Rec Room segment, man. And
that was
Trey Philando, let us know who in the building.
So first of all, we got Tata. First of all, Tata be doing too much. Okay? Tata be going on me.
What up, Tata?
She be going on me. She think I'm gonna be saying her comments. You know what I'm saying? We got Love _ We got the fabulous Miss Ladybug. We got
Hey, Ladybug.
We got Second Wave of 88 in the building with us.
What up?
We got the infamous Kels. Kels be going on me too. Y'all don't think
What up, Kels?
Kels be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? We got BEIQJ. B-Sec. I'm tired of the alphabetical. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of them. I'm trying to tell y'all.
That must be a newbie.
we got Love _
Hey.
She always in the building. We got Dope. We got Dope to enter the building with us.
What up?
Dope? We appreciate you. We got Tata. Tata always talking junk to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else we got? We got Nicole Mayfield, who in here straight
Nicole.
spying on me. Straight spying on me, you dig? You know what I mean? I'm gonna be me though. You know what I mean? Period. Who else we got in the building? Hold up, y'all. We got some more people that checked in. I already told y'all about Kels. We got a lot of comments. Man, these comments is crazy.
These comments is going off.
These comments is going crazy. And that's what we got for tonight, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all.
That's what's good, man. We want to thank each and every listener tonight and in the future. Want to give another thank you to Danya for being on the pod. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, guys.
You can catch the pod. You can listen to the pod on anywhere that has pods available. For example, Amazon Music, Google Pods, etc. The main place that we push the pod is YouTube. So it's called the Rec Room on the pod. On the YouTube name is the Rec Room Pod.
Mm-hmm.
Look that up. Please follow, subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram at the Rec Room Pod. That's also where we take the questions that you may have for any pods. Any concerns, topics you would like us to talk about, just DM us, and we'll definitely check it out. The link to the YouTube is also inside of the IG page. So we pushing that YouTube page. Go there, subscribe. In September, we should be shooting the first in-person pod.
Absolutely.
So like I always say, you'll be able to put a face with the voice. And once again, thank you to everybody, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.